And we're back in the Heart Kitchen for another episode of Little Piece of Heart. Today I'm going to share with you another sorbet recipe, and it's a lemon basil sorbet. Now once you see how easy this is to make, you're going to make it and you're going to love it, and you're going to realize that it can't have no carbs, but it does. First thing I'm going to start off with is some lemon sugar-free jell-o. Make sure you buy the sugar-free, otherwise you're going to be overloaded with carbs that you don't need or want. We're going to take about a cup of warm water that I warmed in the microwave. It took about 45 seconds to warm it up this time. I'm going to add in 1 packet of jell-o. Whoop, bright yellow right away. It's definitely lemon. I'm going to mix it together with my fork. Just want to try to dissolve the gelatin. Oh, you can already smell lemon. Lemon's so refreshing, and this is a great thing to have for a dessert, a snack, or like right after your appetizer, just to cleanse your palate. And no one will ever know how you made it, or that it's low carb. All right, so I think we're good. Now what I'm going to do is, to take some of this, sort of packaged lemon flavor, I'm going to brighten it up a little bit with some lemon zest. So I'm just going to do the bright outer yellow of the zest, and I'm going to do about half of a lemon. Almost there. That looks great. Oh, and then that fresh lemon with from the zest, oh, it smells so good. There's nothing better. Now I did say this was lemon basil. So I have 6 basil leaves that I chiffoned, and then that I also chopped into smaller pieces because I want them to be little flecks all throughout the sorbet. So I'm going to add them right in there. Beautiful. Next ingredient in the sorbet is some flavored seltzer water. Now you can use lemon if you want, but I'm actually going to go and use lime because I think it'll be like a lemon-limey taste. It'll be really good. And lime and basil taste really good together also. So we're just going to add that in there. It's going to bubble up a little bit, so you might have to add a little bit more after you mix it, but that looks about good. All right. We lost the lemon. It's okay, don't worry. All right, look at that. So good. It already is you can already smell the perfume from the basil and then the citrus. Oh, so good. Lastly, to make this into a sorbet, we're going to add in some heavy cream. Not a ton, just about 2 tablespoons. Add that right in there. And then we'll give it one last whisk. Fork whisk, whatever you want to call it. Alrighty. Perfect. Now what I'm going to use today is a NutriBullet. If you don't have a NutriBullet, that's fine. Use your blender. If you don't have a blender, use a food processor, but make sure the food processor's blades are able to process ice. You want to ruin your food processor. I have about 1.5 cups of ice here, which is about 12 or 13 ice cubes. We're going to pour our mixture right on top. Perfect. Oh, it already smells like summer. Oh, so good. I'm going to get my blade, and then we're going to meet right back here, and I'm going to show you how I pulse this up. All right, so I screwed on my blade. We're going to pulse this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Now, we're doing that because we want the ice to break up, of course, but we also want the heavy whipping cream to kind of whip up so that it becomes this light and like airy sorbet. Here we go. Okay. Everything has been mixed together. I see the little flecks of the basil. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Smells like summer. So refreshing. So clean. Now we're going to get a Tupperware and we're going to fill it up, and then we're going to put it in the freezer for overnight or at least, 2 or 3 hours just to harden this up. When we get back, I'm going to show you exactly what we can do with this sorbet. Don't miss it. My ice has hardened and we're ready to plate this sorbet. What we're going to do is take an ice cream scoop, and the easiest way to serve this is in just a little serving glass just like this. Okay, get a couple scoops in there. Oh, you can see the basil running through this. And look at it, really holds its texture. Now there is an alternate way you could make this. If you wanted the basil pieces to be a lot bigger, you could fold them in right before you put it into the freezer. That way you have bigger chunks of basil, which is what I did for this other version that I made. The one that I just did, I put it in with the blender, and that makes a lot smaller pieces, and the basil kind of gets a little bit more distributed throughout. It's whatever you like to do, because I know that some people are kind of weird about big chunks of basil. I know when I was a little kid, I really didn't like big pieces of basil in my marinara sauce or anything. So that's a good way you can kind of switch it up. This one, you can see I have big chunks of basil running all through it. So that's the other alternative for this. Once you get a couple big scoops in there, top it off with a little basil hat. And look at that. The perfect dessert. You know, it can clean your palate after appetizers when you're getting ready for your entree. You could actually take this same sorbet, put it into a mimosa glass, and add in some Prosecco or champagne, or for your non-alcoholic friends, you could do some seltzer water, any flavor that you want. You could do lemon, lime, just plain seltzer. There's so much flavor in this. Speaking of flavor, I have to try it. You get a big piece of basil there. Look at that. Oop, we lost some. This is great. There's really not much to say. I mean, the citrus from the lemon, the taste of the basil. I can't even talk. See what I mean? I'm gonna have a little bit more. And you know what? The texture is so light and fluffy. It really is like sorbet. If I didn't know any better, I would totally believe this is sorbet. You should make this and not tell anyone what it is, and tell them that you made homemade sorbet, and they will believe you. I'm telling you, you have to make this. This is summer in a glass. For this recipe, as well as my other sorbet recipes, go to my blog, Little Piece of Heart, and I will see you guys next time for some more great low-carb food.